Hey, Cassandra, you there? You need to go and take the dark blue suit of mine to the cleaners right now. I have a big presentation in a few days, and I want to be looking sharp as can be. Do you understand me?
Of course, Joe. Anything you want. And let me guess. You want me to shine your shoes like always as well?
That's right! I'm glad that I finally don't have to explain every little detail to you. I just want those shoes shining, okay? I want them to be mirrors that I can look down to and see my face in. Do you understand me?
Oh yes, I understand very, very well. Thank you very much. Anyways, what time do you think you'll be getting back home from work today?
I was thinking that I would probably get back around 7 tonight, and for dinner I want you to make me some kind of a seafood pasta, got it? It's so hot out today that I just want something that goes well with the weather, and I think that would just hit the spot perfectly.
Oh, well that's good timing actually. Your mom actually just sent us some fresh tomatoes straight from her garden. I guess I can chop up some of them and maybe make some kind of cool pasta dish with fresh veggies and seafood for you.
My mom sent you some vegetables from her garden? Why on earth would she do something like that?
Well, I think that she was just trying to be kind, really. Or maybe she just grew too many this season and needed to give them away to someone. I used one earlier for some lunch, and they're really, really good, actually. Your mom really does have a great green thumb, you know that?
Oh, really? So you actually like them, then?
I think they're as good, if not better, than the kinds we can get at the stores. But I do know that your mom also sent us these as a way to remind us to go and visit her more often. I mean, when the tomatoes arrived earlier today, it finally dawned on me that I think it's actually been years since you and I last went to your parents' house.
I mean, sure, it's been a long time, but that's not really our fault. I mean, if anything, it's their fault for living so far away from you and I. We just never have time to make it all the way out there, you know?
Well, I know that's pretty far away, but I don't think it's like we never have the time to get out there. Maybe we should look ahead in our schedules and try to figure out a time we could make it there. I think if we don't, it might really upset your mom. I think she's been really lonely ever since your dad died. She's in that big house all by herself now and would love some company, I bet.
I don't really think that we need to take the trouble to go all the way to my mom's house just to see her. You just make sure that you call her on the phone a bit more often, and that should basically smooth things over, I think. I honestly can't believe my mom would try and send us some vegetables just to try and guilt us into visiting her. How could she do that? Does she think we're her children or something?
I don't think she was doing any of this to try and insult us. I think she just misses being around her children is all. I mean, why should I be the one to call her when I think that the person your mom really wants to be talking to is you?
Because I don't have time to chat on the phone with my mom all day. I have important business that I have to attend to. Unlike you have plenty of free time, so that's why you should be the one to call her.
Well, I'm more than happy to call your mom when I'm able to. But I just think that it would also be nice to go and see her. Maybe we could make it down there around the anniversary of when your dad died. I think your mom would really appreciate us doing that.
Are you kidding me? You really think I'm gonna be able to get any time off work then? If you want to do it so badly, then why don't you go and see her then, huh?
Joe, I understand that you're really busy, but this is your family we're talking about here, not mine. I really think you should try and spend some time with your mom.
And I'm telling you that I know what my schedule looks like, and it is just not gonna work, got it? Man, why are you so persistent about this? Just how many times are you gonna make me repeat myself to you? If you really think my mom is so lonely, then why don't you just go and spend some time with her, huh?
Look, all I'm saying is that I think that your mom has been feeling lonely ever since your dad died. She clearly wants to spend time with someone, and I think more than anyone else, that someone is her son. You.
And for the millionth time, I am telling you that I don't have the time to make it down there. Why are you taking my mom's side over mine in this?
I'm really not trying to take sides in this at all, and I'm sorry if it seemed that way. I just thought you might like to know that your mom wants to see you. But if I crossed a line in saying that, then I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to be rude, Joe.
You really can't be a moron sometimes. Do you even realize that? You seriously need to watch the way that you talk to others. I mean, you are really starting to piss me off the way you're bossing me around.
I'm really sorry about that, Joe. I'll try to not let it happen again. Hey, Joe, I was just wondering where you are right now since it's past when you usually get home.
I had to stay late at the office today, okay? I'm working overtime, got it?
Are you really working overtime? You sure that you aren't out somewhere right now?
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Are you seriously doubting that I'm telling you the truth? You have some nerve even talking to me like that. If you have some idea of what I'm doing, then why don't you just come out and say it, huh?
Okay, then. I think that you're out with my sister again right now.
Here we go again. When are you gonna get a grip and stop accusing of this over and over again?
I suppose I'll stop when you stop giving me reason to suspect that you're actually out doing it. But I already know that you and my sister had been seeing each other for some 10 years. Isn't that right? Am I really so wrong for worrying that you might start seeing at some point?
Haven't we talked this point to death, though? I mean, just how many times are we gonna have to rehash the same topic? Yes, I was seeing your sister for a very long time, but that's over now. We ended what we had and it's all in the past now. Now, I don't want to hear another word on the topic, okay? Do you understand me? I am tired of talking about this over and over again.
But you two were seeing each other for 10 whole years. You both were betraying for 10 years of our lives. And you really think I could just accept that you've ended everything and there's nothing to worry about?
I'm telling you that all of that is in the past now, and there was nothing to worry about. You really can't be such a pain, you know that? I mean, it was just a little fling, you know? It's not like we actually loved each other or anything like that.
Just a fling? Are you kidding me? Are you really going to try and just brush off the fact that you were cheating on me for that long? Do you have any idea just how shocked I was when I found out that my husband was cheating on me with my own sister? I literally couldn't even say a word for 3 whole days. I was so upset.
I don't get what the big deal is. Everyone has affairs. It's not even a thing anymore.
So you really just don't feel any sense of shame or responsibility for what you did at all, then? You really don't see anything wrong with the fact that you were cheating on me with a member of my own family?
Look, I'm telling you that there was nothing going on between us that wasn't physical, got it? That is all it was, okay? It was just a little hookup on the side is all.
You know, I had known for a while that my sister was the kind of loose girl who probably didn't care who she slept with. But I just had no idea that she would ever go along with sleeping with you when she knew that you were my husband. I still haven't forgiven either one of you.
No, trust me, I know what kind of woman your sister is. Maybe even better than you at this point. But you can't say that she isn't a looker, so I don't really get how you can blame me for doing what a man does when he sees a lady like that.
Joe, did you really just send that message to me? How dare you try and justify your actions in such a sexist way? What is wrong with you? I thought you said that you were over her. How am I supposed to believe that when you're still talking about her like that?
Talking like what? It's not like I'm doing anything right now. I'm just saying how I felt at the time, you know? Man, are you really gonna try and pick apart every single thing I say right now?
I hope so for your sake. Because you promised me that you would never see my sister again. I told you that I just wouldn't feel right about this until you promised me that. But now that you're starting to show up later and later from work, I'm getting really nervous.
You seriously need to chill out and just mind your own business then.
Please, Joe, just promise me right now. That's all I want.
I am not going to play this little game with you. This conversation is over, and I don't want to hear about how upset you are over your sister and I ever again. It was just a little fling between us, and I think it proves that even at this age, I still got it. If anything, I think that you should be proud of me for that.
Please stop talking about your affair like that. Do you really think that I'd ever approve of what you were doing with Meg?
I don't even get what the big deal is. I mean, I'm a guy. We all have affairs. You shouldn't be acting like I did something even wrong when you think about it. I think that so many other wives would have gotten over this way faster than you now.
You really are just horrible. Do you know that, Joe? I mean, why are you saying all of this? Do you think this is going to make me feel better? You realize this is just making everything worse, right?
I just think you need to open up your eyes and quit complaining when you already have things so good already. You really are such a useless wife, you know that? When are you gonna learn to be happy with what you have? If you don't like what I'm saying, then quit bringing up the topic in the first place, got it? Hey, where are you right now, huh? Do you have any idea what time it is? And where is my dinner? Don't tell me that you're mad about yesterday. I thought I told you to get over yourself.
Oh, I'm very mad at you, Joe. And I am never going to forgive you for what you've done to me.
Oh my gosh, I cheated on you and you're just never gonna let that go? How long are you gonna try and use that against me, huh?
Oh, it's more than that. I mean that you and I are done as a married couple. We're through. Do you understand me?
What are you talking about now? Are you seriously wanting to end things with me?
That's right. We're through. I want this to just be over now. That's why I'm moving out and divorcing you. I'll send you the documents that you'll need to sign soon. So just do that and let's get this over with, okay?
Documents? What are you talking about? Are you really gonna send me divorce papers? I can't believe that you're serious about this.
Well, I am. And I am going to make you pay for the affair as well. I've explained the whole situation to my lawyer, and he says that we can get you for a lot after what you've done to me.
You're seriously going to try and make me pay for the affair? Have you lost your mind or something? We're already getting divorced, isn't that enough?
You really think that I should just let us go separate ways without doing anything to punish you?
Well, of course you should. I mean, we're still husband and wife, so that must mean something, right?
All that means is that I was stupid enough to stay together with you all the way until now. I gave you all my patience and tried to brush it off when you said horrible things to me, but all it ever did was bring me pain. I knew that I should have never let you get away with what you were doing.
What on earth are you talking about? Have you seriously lost your mind? You aren't even making any sense anymore, okay?
I am talking about how I have done my best to be patient and understanding and forgiving. But all you ever showed me in return for all that was making me feel like an idiot. And now that we've come this far, I realize that I just don't have any love left in my heart for you, Joe.
And that's why you're wanting to end our marriage?
I'm not just divorcing you because you cheated on me. I'm divorcing you because you never once expressed any regret for your actions or apologized to me. You just kept treating me like I was overreacting. If you really don't understand how it's come to this now, then that's on you.
Wait, no, hold on. Can't we just try to talk about this, Cassandra? Please, let's just calm down and discuss this like adults.
Oh, no. You want to try and have a conversation about this, huh? Well, it's too late. I'm far too mad and even want to do that with you. But my being upset or calm isn't going to change the truth of what you've done or my feelings.
Well, fine then. But just know that you don't scare me with this, okay? All this proves to me is that you really are a selfish woman that I've worried that you really are. Making such a huge deal over a little affair when it wasn't even that big of a deal. You were just too much sometimes, you know that?
Say whatever you want, but if you were just going to cheat on me, what was even the point of getting married in the first place? I mean, if you think my sister is so much better looking than me, then why didn't you just try and marry her instead?
Yeah, hey, come on now, that isn't really fair, you know?
I don't care what you think. You cheated on me and I should have left you when you did. You're no different than every other man who thinks they can get away with treating their wife however they want.
Excuse me? You're really trying to say that I'm not better than anyone else?
You said so yourself when it came to other men, right? But at least some of them might have had the sense to apologize when they did what you did. I just don't get how you act like you didn't do anything bad at all. But you always do this. I mean, you never even apologize to the women in your staff at your work, right? And then you wonder why they all hate you.
Okay, that is enough out of you. You're really starting to push my buttons and you have better stop.
You're really going to try and tell me when I need to stop, even though you're the horrible cheater. Do you even realize where you stand in all of this? You have no right to tell me what to do at all.
Okay, now that is enough out of you. You are gonna stop all this nonsense right now. If you want a divorce, that's fine, okay? Let's just end this. But you are going to stop all these messages right now.
Fine then. If that's what you want, let's do this thing. I can't believe I let you string me along this far. But I am not going to let myself be controlled by a sad little man like you anymore. We can't get divorced fast enough.
I thought I told you to can it, you annoying woman! Here I thought that we were gonna have an adult conversation about this, but you are just in hysterics, and I can't even get in a word edgewise. All you do is cry and feel sorry for yourself, because you get cheated on. I knew that I should have married a woman who wasn't so selfish as to only think of herself like this.
Oh, don't worry. If you're regretting marrying me, then the feeling is very mutual. But I am going to take matters into my own hands now and make sure that you pay for what you've done.
Is that what all this is about? If you want money that badly, you could have just asked for it. You didn't need to threaten me like this if you were just looking for a payout.
Is that what you think of me? You think that I'm just in this for the money? Oh, no. I'm not going to be satisfied with just your money.
Why the heck would you go and talk to my mom about this? What is the matter with you, Cassandra?
What are you talking about, Joe? I'm sure I have no idea at all what it is that you're saying.
I am talking about our divorce. Why would you go and tell my mom that you and I were getting divorced?
Because she was my mother-in-law and I thought that she should know that you and I were getting divorced. Did you really think that I wasn't going to ever say anything to anyone about the fact that you and I were splitting up? Especially your own mom. If anyone, she's one of the first people who should have found out about this.
Don't you tell me what my mom should and shouldn't have a right to know. I'm the only one who gets to decide that, got it?
What are you talking about, Joe? You seriously need to calm down. You were getting way too upset over this.
Don't you tell me what I should do. Thanks to you, my mom said that she was going to be taking me out of her will.
Oh, well, I am so sorry to hear that's going to happen to you, Joe. And to think that your mom got all that money from when your dad passed away. And now you're telling me that you won't be getting any of that?
But that's only because you must have told her some lie to make her mad at me. There's no way that she would ever have done this to me for cheating on you.
Well, I'm afraid that all I did was tell her the truth. I didn't need any details because the truth was already bad enough. I told her about how you cheated on me, never apologized for it, and treated me like an idiot for being upset over it. You should have seen how upset your mom got when I was telling her about all of this.
And so you just told her and that was enough for her to cut me out of her will?
I guess your mom just really felt bad for me and all that you would put me through. Maybe it's because your dad was a horrible bossy husband who cheated on your mother as well.
What do you mean my dad cheated on my mom? He never did anything like that.
Well, he did. And I guess that just like you, he never apologized for it and never let your mom forget about it. Instead, all he did was put her down for it. And I suppose without even realizing it, you were acting just like your dad.
But I had no idea about any of that. Please, you have to forgive me.
I am not going to be doing that, Joe. How dare you even ask that of me?
But you were the one who told my mom about this. You have to do something to help me. Please, I mean, it was your sister who tricked me into sleeping with her in the first place. You gotta believe me.
Oh, don't worry about that. I know how to get back at my sister all by myself. I don't need you to remind me of her.
What are you talking about?
I mean that I told you I've known that my sister has always been a bit of a loose cannon, running around and sleeping with married men. Well, apparently she even did something like that with one of the men at her work. Actually, I heard that it wasn't just one man, but a bunch in her office.
Are you kidding me? That girl really doesn't know when to quit, does she?
Anyways, I heard through a mutual friend that this was happening, dropped an anonymous report to the company, and now my sister is being fired. Not only that, but she's being sued by multiple women at once for sleeping with their husband.
You even went after your own sister? You're crazy! How could you do this?
Oh, that's easy! As far as I'm concerned, I don't even have a sister anymore.
But you're taking this too far! You got me disinherited and your own sister fired?
I don't think I've taken things too far at all. I think this was all reasonable for what the two of you put me through.
Cassandra, what has gotten into you? You never used to act this way. Why are you doing this to us?
Because I gave you so much patience and space to apologize. Or at least own up to what you've done. And you never showed me the respect I deserved. Well, now you're going to pay for what you've done. After that, my sister somehow found out that it was me who reported her at the company. But I was just laughing as all her angry messages poured into my phone. I was sure she was going to get too caught up in her lawsuits to actually be able to do anything to me. Joe went back to his mom's house and begged her to put him back in the will, but his mom just asked why this was the only time he ever bothered to come home. Then she asked him to kindly leave and never come back. Thank you for watching! If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.